Hello everyone, it's your favorite realtor, Erica Hernandez with Houston Top Realty. Some of you guys may recognize where I am today. I'm actually visiting my parents and I thought this is the perfect opportunity to talk to you guys about some tips you should be giving your parents as they get close to retirement. Most of my friends have parents that are very close to retirement or if not already retired. Today I want to talk about the top 3 ways you can use real estate for your retirement. If you would like to learn more, please stay tuned. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media at Erica Houston Realtor, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and TikTok. And go to my website at www.erikahoustonrealtor.com. Okay, so on today's video, the top 3 ways to use real estate for your retirement. Number 1, you can sell it, and we'll talk more about that. Number 2, you can use a reverse mortgage. And number 3, you can become a landlord. All right, guys, so obviously real estate, number 1, you can sell it for your retirement. Some ways you can use what you earned from your real estate transaction are to downsize, so you can probably cash out half of what your value is and buy something way smaller. That allows for you to have some in your savings and still have a home. Another thing you can do is sell your entire home and decide to travel. You can use that money to travel different places. You can probably even stay at your family member's home for a little while, go back to your country if you're not originally from where you live. You can use what you cashed out from your sale to do a bunch of different things. I'm thinking you can even buy a RV and travel around and use the money that's left over after you paid for the RV for traveling and food and all those expenses. You could buy a piece of land and go buy a mobile or manufactured home. The ultimate dream, in my opinion, is to buy land somewhere far away from the city and buy either a mobile home or a manufactured home and just live in your space, enjoy your freedom, enjoy being retired, possibly even having a few animals, chickens, maybe some horses, cows. There are so many things you can do after you sell your property so that you don't feel homeless. If you have a family member who wants to talk about this, I am free to talk to you guys. You know how to contact me. All my contact info is at the end of this video. I would love to help you and your parents who are close to retirement or already at retirement. I love my parents' house. They have like all these plants and vegetable gardens all around. They've actually lived here for more than 30 years, I believe. Have chosen not to move, and this is their first and forever home. In the old times, that was pretty common. You bought your forever home and it was actually your forever home. These days, people move on average every 5 to 7 years, but I'm so happy to see that the area where my parents bought has grown so much and they absolutely love the location, are not interested in moving. All right, guys, so moving on to number 2, which is getting a reverse mortgage. I'm going to advise you to definitely talk to your bank, whoever you're thinking about doing your reverse mortgage with, for any additional details. But in short, a reverse mortgage is done when you completely own your home, you have paid off your house, and they have released the lien on your home, and it's completely 100% owned by you. You have no more mortgage. A reverse mortgage is an agreement between you and the bank. You do have 2 options. One is a total cash out for whatever they allow you to cash out depending on the value of your home. The second option is a monthly or bi-weekly payment back to you while you're still living. And the key thing here is while you're still living. So the idea with reverse mortgage is that the bank is essentially paying you back every single month, or they paid you a cash out, and when you pass, you no longer are owner of that home. The bank is the owner of that home. This makes most people nervous because their kids won't inherit anything. There is an option that your kids could actually be the first to buy back the home from the bank, but essentially your kids do not own it. You cannot split the value of the home amongst your kids after you pass. You have to definitely get more details on that. The cool thing about reverse mortgage is that if you are no longer making income, if you choose to get the monthly payment, it does feel like there is some income coming in. You worked really hard for 30 years to pay off this loan. it's only fair that you get to also enjoy it in the form of retirement money. If you didn't do so well saving money to retire, this could be an amazing plan for you. I do have a very close family member who has chosen to do the reverse mortgage option. It's really neat because you get to live in the home as long as you are living, like I said earlier. This particular family member lives in their home for a couple of months a year, goes to Mexico the entire summer. They have a timeshare. I'm assuming they use some of that reverse mortgage payment to pay their timeshare for the summer, but they've been doing this for a long time. They go out there every single summer, and then they do go to different areas and visit different family members for several months out of the year. It's really neat to see that they're enjoying the hard work they did to pay off that house. If you're interested in reverse mortgage, again, talk to your lender, your local bank, get all the details. Make sure you understand every single bit of that agreement. Okay, so moving on to number 3, becoming a landlord for income purposes when you are getting ready to retire. I think this is one of the best ideas when I think about retirement and real estate. Here's the plan. You get close to your retirement age and you decide that you want to become a landlord. We can help you figure out what you could rent your house for and be able to keep it as an inheritance to your children. There are several things you can do. You could actually choose to build possibly a garage apartment in the back where you can decide to stay and rent out the main house. It will take some money up front, but it is worth it in the end. You can still live on your property, and that lease with the tenants renews every year. If you choose you don't want to renew it, that is completely up to you. On the flip side, you could live in the main house, and that garage apartment you built in the back could be a source of income for yourself. Obviously, you have to check with your HOA or any restrictions that forbid you from doing these things, but in most areas, it is allowed. Something else you could do is choose to become a landlord and do kind of what I was talking about earlier with the reverse mortgage option, which is travel around several months of the year. You could choose to go back to your country. I always say that because we're from Mexico. I know my parents would give anything to spend some time with their family. So you can choose to do that for a couple of months out of the year and then go live with one of your kids and then choose another child to live with, or family or friends. Because you have income from the rental, you can travel and use that money for wherever you're going to stay. One thing that is really popular, guys, this is so crazy. Some people actually go on cruises back to back because they're actually a very inexpensive way to live. The cruises are not too expensive, and it's all you can eat food, entertainment, and you get to travel. You could also rent your home and be using the money you're getting from that house to pay a RV that you possibly finance. Maybe your payment for your RV is $800 and you're renting your house for $1,500. You get to pay your RV and have a little money extra. I get super excited about this kind of stuff because it's not something that's normally talked about. It's something that is actually pretty simple to do, but when you don't know the options, it can be a little scary. I'm interested to know what option you prefer. Number 1, sell it and possibly downsize. Number 2, get a reverse mortgage. Or number 3, become a landlord. Okay guys, I appreciate your time today. I cannot wait to see you next week. Thank you so much for watching.